Have you ever hosted a party before and been super overwhelmed with your to-do list? You've got to go to the grocery store and get all of the food and decorations and cook. Maybe you're making a cake. And then on top of it all, you've got to clean your house and make sure everything looks super nice. It can be really overwhelming. Or maybe you're not really a host. Maybe you can't resonate with that, but maybe you just get stressed over your normal daily to-do list. You look at everything you have to do for work, and you're trying to be a good friend or a good wife and a good mom, and you're juggling all of these things: work life, fun life, wife, cooking, cleaning. Oh my gosh, our to-do list can be so stressful. Have you ever felt that way? If you have, you are not the only one, because I definitely have, and that is why I'm so excited to share with y'all this story from the Bible that I heard. And when I heard it, I was just like, can I get an amen? This is so good. I have to share it with my girls. So that's what I'm going to share today. And I know after you hear it, it's going to help you like it did me, where you can just go and breathe. So here we go. Hey y'all, it's Kristen Kotzebue with Pink Clay, helping women in life and in business to bridge the gap between the woman they are today and the woman God created them to be. We have a new video every Tuesday, so if you haven't already, please click subscribe and ring the bell so you'll be notified whenever we upload a new video. So I am so glad you're here with me today. Like I said, I'm going to be sharing a story from the Bible that really resonated with me, and I think it will with you too. So it is from the book of Luke, chapter 10, verses 38 through 42. So I'm going to read it first, and then I'm going to give you my version of this story, okay? So here we go. Oh, it's short, by the way, so stick with me. As Jesus and his disciples were on their way, he came to a village where a woman named Martha opened her home to him. She had a sister called Mary who sat at the Lord's feet listening to what he said. But Martha was distracted with all the preparations that had to be made. She came to him and asked, "Lord, don't you care that my sister has left me to do all the work by myself? Tell her to help me." "Martha, Martha," the Lord answered, "you are worried and upset about many things, but only one thing is needed. Mary has chosen what is better, and it will not be taken from her." Wow. When I heard that story, I was like, ooh. I heard, instead of Martha, Martha, I heard, Kristen, you are worried about all the wrong things. So let me give you my version of this story. Mary and Martha are hanging out at their house, and they're like, oh my gosh, Jesus is gonna be here any minute now. And Martha's going crazy. She's running around thinking, I have to pick up, I'm gonna sweep, I'm gonna cook all this food, and she's just like going nuts. And Mary's just kind of like, I'll get done what I can, and whatever doesn't get done, it's fine. She's just like laid back, and Martha's just like, oh my gosh, everything has to be perfect. That's what I see in my head. So then Jesus and his disciples get there, and Mary's like, yay, they're here. And she goes and sits by Jesus' feet, and she just sits and listens to him contently, just taking in everything he has to say, while Martha's still like, I'm not ready. I've still got tons of things to do. And she's just running around and getting so mad at her sister. So she's finally like, Jesus, can you tell her to help me? Like, I am doing all the work. And he's like, Martha, you are worried about so many things. There's only one thing that matters. Now calm down and come sit, Like, that's what I envision, and I just love that story. But I also want to say this. Mary and Martha are both excited about Jesus, right? Mary and Martha are just two different people. Is hosting a big party and going all out on decorations and cleaning your house and getting this extravagant menu okay? Absolutely, it's okay. Here's what's not okay: stressing about it, worrying about it, getting anxious about it, being so consumed with all these preparations that you feel like you have to do for this party that now you're impatient with your spouse because you just have so much to do and he doesn't understand. Or you're impatient with your kids because you have so much to do and you just don't have time for this right now. That's when it's not okay. So Mary and Martha, they were both doing things that pleased the Lord. He was pleased that Mary was sitting there and listening to his words, and he was pleased that Martha was going above and beyond to make him feel welcome in her home. It was when Martha started freaking out that she was doing all this work and that she needed help and things needed to get done. That's when he was like, you know? I just want you to remember this verse from Luke chapter 10, because whether or not it's you're hosting a party or it's just your normal everyday to-do list, when you start feeling like, how am I ever going to get all of this done? I want you to hear Jesus's voice in your head say, Martha, Martha, Kristen, Kristen, Carrie, Carrie, Amy, Amy. Those are my sister's names, so that's just what came to my head. But whatever your name is, fill it in there and just hear Jesus call your name and tell you, it's okay. Breathe. You're worried about too many things. You're worried about all the wrong things, okay? So relax. It's gonna be just fine if everything is not perfect. And just remember that one thing that matters, and that's him. That's his word. That's making time for him. Isn't it funny how we'll make time for all those other things? Go to the grocery store, go get decorations, make this cake, make these 12 different recipes that you found on Pinterest because they all color coordinate and they're gonna look so good on your island. We'll do all these things, but it's so hard for us to find 5 minutes a day to have a devotion. You're worrying on all the wrong things. It is definitely something that I needed to hear because I wake up and I'm like, okay, what's my to-do list? I look at it and I'm like, here we go. I just want to knock it all out. So this was a great reminder for me to slow down, to be present in life, and to realize that all those little things don't have to be done perfectly, and to focus on what truly matters. So I hope today's video was as helpful to you as it was to me. And if it was, please click the like button and also be sure to share it with someone. What women in your life need to hear this message to help them just breathe. So if you know someone, I'm sure you do, sister, mom, best friend, members of your team or coworkers, send this video to them. Be sure to go find me on Instagram at PinkClaySocial. I would love for you to go over there. Come in and tell me hi. I'm there every single day. And until then, I will see you next Tuesday with another video. So don't forget to subscribe, share, and find me on Instagram. I hope you have a fabulous week, and I will talk to you later.